Hi everyone. This is for my students of architecture. Others can kind of scroll down, or maybe you can hit a like. Well, you see the students who are researching on smart cities. Let me tell you a couple of ideas that you can incorporate into your proposal that you are making. You see, I have kind of collated five things that will dictate the future of a smart city, apart from, of course, your architectural planning, designing, urban planning, the entire designing of an urban scenario, kind of urban designing, the more architectural front. Apart from that, there is a certain aligned aspect of a thing which you need to focus on. So kind of you probably can note it down, the five things you will see in the future of a smart city that we know as of today. Prior to that, the World Bank anticipated around 54% of the entire global population today was in cities, and it is going to rise up to 4 billion people. And as we move forward, it will be more and more. Even more interesting is the fact that there's a total of 1.3 million people moving into a city every week. I mean, that is huge. With the urban populations growing to 6.3 billion or 68%. By the year 2050, around 68 to 70% of the world's population will migrate to a city. And that's a kind of unprecedented urban growth. The cities are the epicenter of growth for culture, art, technology, bringing forth a new range of economic activity as well as innovation for specific geographical areas. Researchers and innovators have come together to describe what solutions could best work for it. From where we have done a lot of study from our end. I have been researching on the smart cities for almost like half a decade now. From the time, it was in its very nascent stage. So a complete new framework of a smart city has to be designed right now. So what exactly that smart city is? You can call a smart city a urban center which hosts a wide range of digital technology across its ecosystem, in addition to a smart urban planning. But definitely, the smart cities go well beyond its definition. And we are yet to figure out the right definition of a smart city where you can make a smart city a modular one. When we are talking about a smart city, we can talk about smart technologies to better the population's living experience, operating as one big data-driven ecosystem. So smart cities are essentially collecting data through its sensors from people, from your smart devices, from like your smartphones and all, your buildings, all today, the entire lighting system, the entire HVAC system, entire network that you have within your domain of knowledge can be connected, and it is to a certain extent. What remains is probably chipping of human beings, so you can track them where they go, if that not is done today already. So what are some of the crucial components of the future of a smart city? As I was saying, probably the students can write it down. There are essentially kind of five, apart from the architectural aspects, the urban planning aspects of it. Yeah. Number one, you can say, of course, smart data. Data will be the breathing heart of a smart city. A smart city loves data. Collecting data from residents, the vehicles, and the remaining entire infrastructure of the city. The goal will always be to assess patterns or inefficiencies in the smart city to better improve living standards for the citizens. Because in a smart city, you'll get notifications on the best time to travel, your own personal energy usage, the safest time to travel, improve your eating habits, and so on. A lot of it is already available on Google or maybe on your smart devices and all. This is talking about taking it a step further. This is the next level of the idea. In that particular smart city, you will have everything you need to know about a city in real time. And there will be a real-time governance system on it. And it will be connected to the device that is there in your hand. Even more so, the same data could be used to plan a better city of the future for its residents, creating the framework of smart cities that consistently grow and get more efficient over time. See? Point number 2 is smart transportation. When we are talking about transportation, we have seen, a lot of companies create vehicles that they believe will play a major role in the coming of a smart city, autonomous vehicles, vehicle without drivers. You're talking about a lot about driverless cars. A lot of companies like Toyota, Renault, Google and all, they're coming up with fully autonomous vehicles. Cars that are capable of understanding their surroundings, scanning their surroundings with sensors, with your GPS devices and lot many other things to make decisions. You just get up on your vehicle and sit, and the vehicle will take you to your destination. So essentially, in a smart city of the future, you might not be even a driver. You step into just a smart vehicle that communicates with other vehicles in the surroundings, that you get you from point A to your point B, and so on, and as quickly as possible and as efficiently as possible. Yeah. So the next point, if you have understood it so far, we will talk about the smart energy. This is point number 3, smart energy. We are talking a lot about saving of energy, about net zero emission of a city, and it is not too far away when not just a building will become green and sustainable, but a city will. But the entire city will become a net zero city, and it will become a reality very soon. The future smart city will include a host of clean energy sources. There will be clean and green energies all across to power its city. Energy in smart cities will be efficient, using less amount of potential resources that is there, because of the constant real-time data collection and analysis and its implementation. There will be smart grids which will constantly communicate with each other, with itself, sending energy areas in the city that may need more power, while conserving energy in places of the city that doesn't need much power at all. So there will be real-time decision making, which is not possible in a manual system as of now. The solar and the wind energy could be collected throughout the day and sent to the appropriate area. Solar energy itself will be a very common and will be very highly used all across, fully integrated into the roads, buildings, residential areas. Today you have solar panels which are so thin, these are virtually transparent. So why not use them as facades of a building? Yeah. Of course, we will talk about the solar panels all across the roof and all on the pavements and various other places, apart from conventional solar farms that are there. The next point we'll be talking about smart infrastructure. This is point number 4. Smart infrastructure. Well, a large collection and analysis of data will play a big role in the planning of more smart cities down the road. With the data that is collected, a city, when it is planned by its planners, designers, architects and urban planners, and whosoever it is, with the governance team and all, could create buildings that are optimized for people based on the previous data. So when an architect will design a building, it will be not only about the user and the site and its surroundings, but also the smart data of the previous collected previously. Yeah. City areas or technologies that are non-existent can be tested on citizens to ensure that they truly benefit their citizens. Even more so, smart infrastructure allows for the prevention of public health issues, potentially stopping airborne illness or water contaminations before they even happen. So that's a pretty amazing thing. The fifth point out of the 5 is smart IoT. IoT stands for Internet of Things. The devices that bring everything together. The data for the people, infrastructure, vehicle, whatsoever will help bring the city into a complete fusion of a smart grid. Though there is some controversy behind it regarding privacy and other issues like that, still, it's going to happen. The daily life of citizens will be monitored, and this will ensure the city life of the highest quality. A wide range of reporting devices such as sensors, visibility devices and other endpoints that create a data that makes a city smart. With this information, when it is freely exchanged, complex systems of a city can be managed in real time. With sufficient integration, we need to minimize unintended consequences. And that's about the smart city of the future. So when you are designing a smart city, ask, what do you think it will be like to live in that particular smart city?